Self-improvement is supposed to be the answer to everything, right? Build the right habits, follow the routine, and you'll become this unstoppable, successful version of yourself, like Eren Yeager or some shit. But what if I told you I changed my life, but I also ruined it with self-improvement? It sounds crazy, and the whole reason I'm making this video is because I want to stop some of you heading down this same path without realizing it. I'll show you exactly how it happened and the lessons learned along the way. And trust me on this one, bro, you're gonna want to hear this before you dive deeper into your self-improvement journey. Let's rewind and take you back to a time just before I got into self-improvement at around end of 2021. This younger Gagan was constantly unfocused, constantly tired, and I'm sure him being so young, you understand why he was so tired and unfocused. With this, I was also just drifting through life. I didn't really have anything going on for me, to be honest with you. My grades, I was getting straight A's. Alright, maybe not A's, maybe B's. Alright, maybe not B's, maybe C's and D's, okay. So at this period, I went through a really bad breakup and I came across self-improvement, and it just seemed like the answer to everything at the time. I went all in on every tip I could find: morning routines, productivity hacks, and book summarizations as well, because obviously I didn't have enough money for the book, neither could I be asked to read the book, so I would just read the summaries of the book and just try to get the message. I was so new to this, so I figured let me absorb knowledge in any way I can, whether it was a book summary, whether it was a YouTube video, whatever it may be, even Instagram reels for that matter. So then gradually I started improving. My days started to become more and more productive. You know, I was starting to wake up early, I was starting to do those cold showers, I was starting to train, I was starting to meditate, I was starting to journal, bro. I was loving it. Life was good. At this point, I felt unstoppable at first. Then the realization hit me. Why am I doing all of this? Why do I keep adding more and more tasks? I'm not even feeling satisfied now because I've set the bar so high. What is the point of all of this? But instead of stepping back, I was like, nah, let's push through this, man. I was so obsessed with this hustle culture, pushing through all of this and still continuing the self-improvement grind. If you're on the self-improvement grind, then I'm sure you know exactly how I was feeling. I changed my life, sure, but I didn't recognize it anymore. Self-improvement sells this idea of a perfect routine, a perfect day in the life. It's supposed to solve everything. It's supposed to solve all of my issues. It's supposed to solve all of my problems with women. It's supposed to solve everything. At least that's what I thought. And to be honest with you, I bought into it hard. I really believed that it was the cure for everything. It was the answer to everything. It was like Bleachum's all-in-one medicine, cure for everything. Every single part of my day was planned. I knew exactly what I'd be doing the day before. I knew exactly what I'd be doing 2 months from then. And it didn't matter if I was exhausted, if I was stressed, if I was lonely, whatever it may be, because you gotta push through, right? That's what successful people do, right? You know, you gotta push through. I agree. There is some truth to that. But here's the thing that no one's gonna be telling you. The more routines I was adding, the less freedom I had. My whole life became centered about this image of perfect productivity, perfect day in the life. But what makes life wasn't there anymore for me. I was so obsessed with doing this at this time, doing this at this time, getting this habit done, adding more habits off, and the simple joys in life I stopped doing. I started missing out on the most basic things, such as eating dinner with my family, all because I wanted to be more productive, all because I wanted to work that extra hour, or I was at the gym at that period. I threw the basic things in life, the basic joys in life, out of the window just so I can have this perfect productivity plan. Another thing that ruined me was my obsession with tracking progress. I started measuring everything: my workouts, my diet, my sleep, how much I weighed. Don't get me wrong, it felt good at first because I was seeing improvement. At this point I was trying to lose weight, so seeing improvement that, oh, you know, I'm losing 0.1 kg each day, for example, it felt good. But slowly it turned into this endless chase where I was never satisfied. Always wanted to go on the weighing scale and see the number decrease. If I lost 0.1 kg, it wasn't satisfying anymore. I wanted to lose 0.2 kg each day. I wanted to lose 0.3 kg each day. It was never satisfying to me. I'm sure you can relate to an extent. Have you ever felt like no matter how much progress you're making, no matter how many boxes you're check marking, it's never enough? That's exactly where I was. I stopped celebrating goals because I was too focused on my next goal. If I hit one target, I would increase the bar to hit the next target. It was exhausting, and at some point I'm thinking, is this even worth it? Am I making any progress, or am I just spinning my wheels every single day? Like, what am I doing now? Here's the unexpected part. I lost touch with what I actually wanted. When you're deep into self-improvement, it's easy to get carried away of the idea of what's perfect, of the perfect routine, and eventually it got to a point where I'm chasing goals that weren't even mine. I was chasing some other guy's goals. I was chasing the goals that were shown to me on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. I wasn't living my life. And the one thing you have to do, and this one I learned from Central C, is that you have to live yours. You have to live your life, not someone else's. You can't lose yourself in the journey. For me, I started living someone else's life. I became this self-improvement version of me, sure, but it wasn't true to me. It wasn't my goals. It was someone else's perception of success. It was someone else's routine. So, Gagan, how did you turn it around? What did you do? I started letting go of the routines and habits that weren't for me, even if they were supposed to be productive and, you know, increase your productivity by 10 times or some other bullshit like that. I stopped filling every moment with tasks, every day with tasks, and finally allowing myself time to just experience life for what it is. For example, something as simple as Friday night, instead of working, choosing to go to a fancy place with all of my boys and ultimately not feeling guilty about it. Not feeling like, oh, I shouldn't be here. I need to be grinding. You know, hustle culture told me that I need to be working 24/7 or I'm not gonna get to my goals. Stop thinking that way, my bro. You're gonna mess yourself up. Self-improvement is not supposed to be your whole life. It's supposed to be a tool to help you maximize your life, to help you improve every single part of your life, right? So what I'm saying is work in ways that genuinely serve you. That's what I think is powerful. You don't have to go monk mode because Imangati told you, yeah, you have to be monk mode. What I'm telling you is be on self-improvement. Do the self-improvement that works well for you. If working on Friday night works well for you, feel free. If going out, improving your social skills, exploring, for example, on a Friday night works better for you, go for it. Just because hustle culture is telling you to doesn't mean you have to. Make your own decisions. Even what I say to you, take it with a grain of salt. So alright, cool. Gagan said this. I saw this on Instagram. Hamza said this. Imangati said this. Andrew Tate said this. And make your own conclusion from it. Make your own version of self-improvement that feels right for you. That feels the best for you. Imagine what your life would look like if you made that balance. A life where you're driven, you're focused, you're disciplined, but also you're at peace with where you are right now. You're also enjoying the most basic things in life, like sitting down in the main room with your family, going out with your boys and just having a nice time. Essentially, a life where self-improvement doesn't rule you. You rule self-improvement. Self-improvement's here to enhance the person that you are. What sort of parts of your life do you really want to improve on that other people are saying, oh no, don't improve on that, don't focus on that? So here's my challenge to you. The next time you're gonna be adding one more habit, one more goal, ask yourself, why? Ask yourself, is this really for you? Is this the areas in your life you want to progress? Or are you doing it just because Andrew Tate told you to? True, genuine growth isn't someone else's definition of success. True, genuine growth is your definition of what your ideal self looks like, of what your ideal self would do, of the skills, the qualities that your ideal self has. It's Gagnip Kapoor, but you can call me Gagan. If this video helped with you, if it resonates with you, make sure to connect with the channel. It really helps out. Other than that, thank you for watching, and remember, your decisions today will define your tomorrow. Catch you in the next one.